I'm Leslie Marshall.
And I'm Aaron Johnson.
And this is Washington County. At the beginning of the summer, we sat down with the economic development team to lay down the groundwork for this film.
The first thing we told them was we didn't know what economic development was.
But we thought, what a great opportunity it would be for a group of college students to start from scratch.
Literally.
And then create their own film based on what we learned. So we started with Webster. Economic development is the increase in the standard of living in a nation's population with sustained growth from a simple low-income economy to a modern high-income economy.
And from there, our team established goals. Our main goal for this film being to attract businesses, small and large, to the already attractive business environment established here in Washington County.
Admittingly, as a law student, I was a little bit worried that this is going to be dry, but we were quickly proven wrong. This county has lots of history with great entrepreneurs, which is the reason why this county is still growing today.
Economic development encompasses so much more than we could have imagined.
It affects us in so many ways.
And working on the Welcome to Washington County film, we were blown away by all the people who came out to help us with that project.
And this project has been no different, which is a true testament as to why this county thrives today.
We have a rich history. We are continuing to expand and grow today. And as you'll see, there are so many great things being mapped out for the years to come.
We are open for business.
Salem Speedway is one of the most historic tracks in the country. This was something that started 66 years ago. During that period, virtual who's who of the greatest drivers of all times have raced at Salem. Outside of Indianapolis, there was no tracks this big or this fast. Bristol Motor Speedway was actually patterned after Salem.
Of course, the Monon Railroad was started as the New Albany and Salem Railroad by the people of Washington County, and eventually grew to a railroad that serves the whole state of Indiana. And it revolutionized everything for Salem. That was the link to the outside world. And Salem was considered by the Monon Railroad as the birthplace of the road. Roy Roberts wanted to develop something that had less fat in it, and he came up with this idea of 2% milk. And in no time at all, dairies everywhere were producing 2% milk.
I'd have to say probably I've always been a dreamer, and kind of thinking out in front.
I remember the morning that they signed the papers to get the property and everything on the news. I mean, it was just gloom and doom about all these businesses going out and people bankrupt, and it was just a bad scene on the news. And Mom was a nervous wreck, and she says, Burl, she says, everybody else is going out of business. He goes, I know, great day to go in.
Something I think that is overlooked is the giving environment that has almost become a tradition here. From our early entrepreneurs to the businesses here today, you find them completely involved in the community.
And through all of our interviews, everyone mentioned this invisible network that exists here. When a neighboring business does well, their business does well. It's one of the many benefits that comes with this community.
Well, we have a vast array of small and large, new and old businesses here thriving in the community today.
Here are their stories.
I think geographically, Washington County is sitting pretty. We are located in south central Indiana.
One of the great advantages about Washington County is that we are at a cross-section of interstates. We have an interstate that runs north and south, as well as an interstate that runs east and west, both of them within a 20 to 30 minute drive of where we're at.
You're close to those interstates, but yet you've got the rural feel. You don't have the smokestacks and skyscrapers to contend with the traffic. 65% of our country's population is only a day's drive from Salem, Indiana.
We also have a variety of transportation modes that you can access depending on your needs. The Port of Indiana is within 30 to 40 minutes, as well as the UPS hub and the Louisville International Airport.
Yeah, I have a lot of customers that talk to me about the benefit of being able to ship through UPS and the fact that it's so close. You can cut down on their expense, it can cut down on the travel time. It's great for our industry to get material out to our customers, so all of our end items can get out there quickly. It's a blessing.
With today's technology, we have high-speed internet, so we can get all over the country, all over the world to do whatever we need right from here.
People who locate businesses now, they are looking at quality of life, and I don't think you could deny that we have an outstanding quality of life.
I definitely recommend Washington County. Industries that really would like to relocate to a small town environment, they'll be, just to be right to be here.
The community is very supportive. When a new business opens or they expand or they're celebrating something, it's like all the business owners, all of the community just comes together to celebrate that.
The morale in the community has changed. And when you see a good morale building going on within your community, within your businesses, it makes it much easier for other businesses to look in here and go, hey, that's where I want to be.
Our crime rate is so low for our state and across the nation. And the peace of mind I have when I go to bed at night and I check my children in is something that I can't put a value on.
One of the things that attracted me to stay here for so long, I've never been in one community so long. And I've been here 4 years, and it was people being so nice, just so nice.
This is the 27th place that I've lived in my life for longer than 3 months. I've lived on the East Coast, I've lived in Alaska, I've lived in Africa. This is the first community that I've really felt like I was at home as soon as I got here.
The cost of living is one of the things that brought me back to Salem as well, either from running a business to having a house.
A new business that's looking to move into our community, we have to offer a great workforce.
These people want to be responsible for their family and they want to be responsible for themselves. A lot of the values that Americans are known for, you can find here in Washington County.
They are very dedicated.
They know what it means to get up and go to work. They know what it means to earn a paycheck.
Right now, we're enjoying a 100% retention rate. And a lot of industries, don't enjoy that at all.
Well, the business here that has been making gaskets for 30 years, and they own a huge part of the market share for that product. And in the 30 years that they've been in business, they've only laid people off one time. And that's huge.
Our business actually utilizes several local businesses. A lot of companies you'll see are starting to look more for local suppliers and being able to tap into those local resources. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. We have people close to us that can respond extremely quickly.
Anything that a business would need, if you're growing a business, if you're wanting to come in and start a new business, the partnership can help.
Our elected officials, both city and county, are so willing to sit down and work with an employer.
We receive a lot of support from other businesses. We receive a lot of support from a local leadership.
I may take an elected official with me or one of my chamber board members with me to greet people as they come in. And they're just impressed that someone came and made contact with them because no other communities are doing that. I know I attended a meeting, I guess it's been about a year ago, with some state officials. And when I started rambling off everything that Washington County had to offer, they were amazed.
The stories of these businesses alone has been such inspiring work, and working with the economic development team, it was clear from day one that our job was to let prospective businesses know we are open for business.
The community here makes setting up a new business so easy. There are a number of incentives for prospective businesses.
And once the business is established and growing, those incentives don't stop at just the state level. Our local community here provides numerous incentives for the businesses here as well.
Which is the reason why we are so successful at retaining and expanding businesses here. And from the businesses that are already established and growing, it shows our county's capability to help a business from the ground up.
Well, Washington County has over 500 square miles of land, and Washington County is part of what we call as the regional hardwood capital of the world. We find ourselves home to many manufacturing wood products. We also have an ample supply of lumber yards and sawmills as a result of the natural resources that we have here in Washington County.
We have the confluence of the White and the Scatatack River. We have an aquifer system that actually borders the northern part of our county.
Washington County is home to the J.F. Helsel Commerce Park. It's a 140-acre industrial site, which is shovel-ready. It's designated by the state of Indiana.
With the new airport project, we've tried to revamp that and redesign that to where we've got a tech park. And we noticed that in most airports, the size that we're wanting to build, there was a lot of industry. The FAA is investing up to $22 million in a new airport here locally. And we've got 4 offices at our airport that we have the availability that we can rent out. Or actually rent-free for a certain amount of time.
In Washington County, we're always trying to pursue progress. And a great example of that today is the addition of the bypass. Our town square is beautiful, but it's not friendly to the travel of large freight like semis. So we've been able to leverage the funding to add the bypass. And that's a perfect example of how we saw a need and we needed to find a way to rectify the situation to be more friendly to our businesses. So the bypass is paving the way for the next stage of progress.
We have many local incentives to start or retain business. We have the lowest electric rates in the Midwest, a business-friendly tax structure here in Washington County.
We have a new employer coming in and they need training. We have organizations and elected officials who are willing to help set up those trainings.
Young people, even older folks who need some education to re-enter the workforce need that helping hand.
We have at our availability the Salem Work One Express. We have the Learning Center here locally, and we also have the solar facility. On a regional basis, we have Indiana University Southeast, we have Prosser, and we have Ivy Tech that provide those additional services.
I mean, it's, in the real world, the bottom line is black. That's what you want. That's profit. You don't want red at the end of the balance sheet.
Any business, their goal is the bottom line's profit. You have it all here. You know, you can make your profit, but yet live in a good community that has wholesome values, that promotes their businesses.
What is one word to describe doing business in Washington County?
One word? Fun.
Opportunity.
Profit.
Limitless.
Supportive.
Relationships.
Personable.
You like great. Steady.
Diversified.
Right.
Being given the opportunity to sit down with members of this community, their success stories made the dynamic of this film so easy to put together.
Richard Branson wrote, "Business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming."
It's funny how living here, calling it home, it's always seemed to have stayed the same. Yet the environment's changing, stories are changing, as if we're paving the way for new businesses to start up and room for current ones to expand.
So, that's it. Our formal invitation. All we need is you.
We are open for business.